Wunderground. We live underground from the basement of the Wunderground. Hungry artists spitting bars before our stomachs growl. Fire music every Saturday that comes around. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch is the man, bro, found at the Wunderground. Saturday it goes down at the Wunderground. Let's go. All you hear is fire music from the Wunderground. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch is the man, bro, found at the Wunderground. Saturday it goes down at the Wunderground. All you hear is fire music from the Wunderground. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch, welcome to the Wunderground. Welcome to the Wunderground. Don't you know it's the Wunderground?
Good evening, and welcome to the Wunderground. This is episode 140, and have I got a show lined up for you. First up, we have W.S.R. by Consiglio.
Y'all said y'all wanted some ignorant shit. I'ma give y'all the most ignorant shit I ever said in my life, you heard me? International Joe, what's up? Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. My mind years ago, that's what they say. All my petty shit got all the time today. You a fucking bitch, that's all I got to say. Cross my fucking cables and I let that bitch spray. No felonies on me, my lawyer a dog. All about my cash in the game, I'm a hog. I'm a hog in the game, I'm a hog in the game. In my mental state of mess, homie, stay in lane. Declaration of war, I've been grinding the axe. Speculation on beat, but all y'all whack. We can talk in the streets, man, fuck y'all's tracks. You can send the army at me, they ain't never coming back. Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. Nicotine in my lungs, caffeine in my veins. War in the mental, try to cope with the pain. Try to cope with the pain. Y'all can't cope with the flame. Y'all can't cope with these nuts, cause your hoes are some lanes. And your hoes are some lanes, cause I said you some lanes. It don't make a lick of sense trying to play y'all's games. I don't say much, my 45 speak for me. You a killer? Are you really, really sure, G? I have a bad day and it's best to ignore me. Shit, fuck, I lost my shit, bro. Man, what the fuck happened, the rest bro? Of the fucking verse, bro. Man, run that fucking hook. I don't know what the fuck happened, you heard me? Man, what the fuck? Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. Wild, stupid, retarded, the dumb way. Only got it on me. Down for the gunplay, gunplay, gunplay. Mind work one way. Head in the clouds, I ain't never coming down.
That was W.S.R. by Consiglio. Coming up next, we have Baby Went Outside to Play by Jason Charm.
Baby went outside to play. Streetlights turning night to day. Worries turning into fears. When she heard her cry in pain. Stomach doing somersaults. Paranoia mind is gray. Know if they don't meet again. Don't think she could find a way. Baby went outside to play. Streetlights turning night to day. Worries turning into fears. When she heard her cry in pain. Stomach doing somersaults. Paranoia mind is gray. Know if they don't meet again. Don't think she could find a way.
Baby, hold me tight and pray. Moving through some slight delays. Moving through some turbulence. The TV glare was bright and safe. We were scared, but I was brave. Followed her around like a sidekick. This is what we like to say. When you need me, I'll be gone. So say all your goodbyes today. Got blue balls, I like it pawn. Hold me when the time is hard. Told her that I like it raw. She gave me a mind and heart. She my muse, she left me stumped. Writing, trying to find the fun. Nah, but wiped just like his gloss. Shining like some ice with balls. Lying on the tiger like. I hope that the sky would fall. I hope that the sky would fall. If it came true, would we even know or care what would even happen for a start? I'm just back cause I see the literature and pure enough for the art. She burned.
Baby went outside to play. Street lights turning night to day. Worries turning into fears. When she heard it cry in pain. Stomach doing somersaults. Paranoia, mind is great. Know if they don't meet again. Baby went outside to play. Street lights turning night to day. Worries turning into fears. When she heard it cry in pain. Stomach doing somersaults. Paranoia, mind is great. Know if they don't meet again. Don't think she can find a way.
That was Baby Went Outside to Play by Jason Charm. Coming up next, we have Bass Out the Fortress by DJ Mirage, Lewis Menace, E2, Free Lord, and AZ.
Whoa. Yes, shout out my guy DJ Mirage, man. Lewis Menace. A new Dairy is coming out soon. Shout it out, people. You already know Etho Hell's Roof, Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York, Hell's Roof.
Only 3 reasons I think
Sure.
a man should enter any home. That's for profit, power, and control. I ask for no forgiveness when it's all said and done.
You learn when you live, gotta burn you a bridge. It's turn when you took, your turn when you give. Can't take it back, learn that to your kids. And a handshake of that, worth that if it is. On the positive note, on my block I'm the Pope. You went against the team, I wrote the plots with the coach. Take a hostile approach, he fossil and ghost. Papa don't boast, and I'm not gonna joke. Respect the nation, anthropology. But bang the line if you need me. Back on the west, the statue and Pyrex stamped on the crest. Now glass yo pop and eat. He's a funny motherfucker. I came in peace, but if he makes his bed, he can lay his sheets. Now I pray in cleats, to say the least. Go.
Stepping out of pocket, we gon' smoke you with the facts.
We gon' smoke you with the facts.
Bring them back to topic, nothing movers but these racks.
Nothing movers but them racks. Okay.
FaceTime and bosses out of state, counting losses, turn the spot to a track, pumping bass out the fortress. Turn the spot to a trap, pumping bass out the fortress.
I put work in, puff kush with the serpent, no twerking. Cop Cavallis, my bitch bag is a broken. Polly and rock wallies when y'all probably was burping that ballin'. Been about it, y'all bird niggas just chirping the shadow. I'm in that chapter, thinking different and dapper. Keeping distance a factor, I look and listen and laughter. Amusing from illusions that conjure up confusion. Ganja stuffed in my cube and my armor tucked for intrusion. I'm proving politicians saluted in proposition to pick my chicks and shit on my competition. Listen, A the nicest, seen in quarters of fight risk. Lean on thoughts in the crisis. I'm the voice of the lifeless. For me, G'ing in streets to MCing, it seems strange, but this here's the game to be in. 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 Here's the game to be in.
Stepping out of pocket, we gon' smoke you with the facts.
We gon' smoke you with the facts.
Bring them back to topic, nothing movers but these racks.
Nothing movers but them racks. Okay.
FaceTime and bosses out of state, counting losses, turn the spot to a track, pumping bass out the fortress. Turn the spot to a trap, pumping bass out the fortress.
That was Bass Out the Fortress by DJ Mirage, Lewis Menace, E2, Free Lord, and AZ. Coming up next, we have Villains for Hire with Mickey Blue, self-titled, M. Starvin 8, and Tone Spliff.
C. Title. Thought you motherfuckers knew. Mickey Blue conducting the orchestra. We gon' feed the wolves with this one, you heard? My knuckle game the nicest. Cause when I plan one with my right fist, it leave you with plantar fasciitis right in your eye, bitch. And yeah, that's a foot pain. But I fucked you up so bad your nervous system lost its mind and just went insane. Discombobulated. I swear to God you hate it. Since a young pistolero, I scheme and rob and take it. I'm placing bets that you'll lose your noodle lid. Cause the odds in my favor with this flame I'ma shoot you with. You can Google it, my fans say I'm the best rapper. Come to my neck of the woods and get your neck fractured. In 06, I dropped the catalog with 4 discs that said fuck the industry and instantly got more chips. Most these rap competitors are Poindexter, soy boy, tenderloin texture. Kick you in your groin extra. I'll have you dead or crippled. Chop your melon off, put it in the office chair. Then I'll keep your head on swivel.
Ask if I rap, I MC. You should know my down, like the flow hill. You know I body shit, your verse is top shit. Destruction, I cut them, I'm busting your ass. dime for every time I heard a swine say certified. Who gives a shit? Just a certificate for some dirt to hide. Living like you might prefer to die because your circus fried. I select the perfect night to check them like a service light. Get this dick some whiskey quick so we can see this herb get hype. About to eat some words he should've never had the nerve to type. Ain't gon' say it served you right, thirst to earn a stripe, but it's more like a permanent stain on a shirt that you gotta wear for life. I ain't have to worry, my story version was virgin tight. I like imaginary adversaries from the verse you write. Quiet, reserved, polite, cause I'm familiar with the energy it takes to fill a dish. So talk that killer shit, you still a bitch. Speaking without a reason, you build a snitch, I peel a whip. Once I get a whiff of that, could filter fish. Don't have the time to deal with this, I'm on the realest shit. We check your credit like the dealership before we drill your shit. Don't ask if I rap, I MC. You should know my down flow. You know my body shit, your verse is probably shit. Destruction, I condom, I'm busting your ass. Don't ask if I rap, I MC. You should know my down flow. You know my body shit, motherfucker. Destruction, I condom, I'm busting your ass.
We talking resume, you're not in the same class. I'm Jordan 3s out the box, you spoiled them from Payless. Say less, I say more, cook, crack, and bake raw. They poor, I'm the feature that they book and pay for. Rock shows in countries that you can't pronounce. Hand me my crown at your crib, your wife says I'm the man of the house. Damn it, I'm dope, take a picture, your camera will hold. The man with the damaging flow, silver tongue, here for the gold. Call an ambulance, bro, another rapper died. New rapper opened his mouth, in other words, another rapper lied. Slap his pride, lower his ego, till it's pacified. Mastermind, pray for my verse, like I'm the last to rhyme.
That was Villains for Hire by Mickey Blue, self-titled, M. Starvin 8, and Tone Spliff. Coming up next, we have Wrong Side of the Tracks by Euphonic Aspekt.
$20.25, a little blood in the eyes. Another sucker gets played for the money he finds. Another mother gets struck by the gun and she cries, cause her son is punch drunk, going dummy for crime. And her brother knows better, but he has to fight. The past is twice bad and the afterlife is coming up fast. Mike had tonight, but it didn't cause his chick done asked him nice. Round the corner be the cardboard castle of kings, where an angel lost his faculties and shattered his wings. Now he drips with urea, another E on a rock gut. The king spreading cholera, the peons at potlucks, and it's all fun and games to the tourists and Ubers. People live and die at the corner of Euclid, and the trains don't run. They've been silent since back in the day, but it's still the wrong side of the tracks.
Wrong side of the tracks, we know. Another song with a violent afterglow. Live and die with the eyes on your back. Everyone is born now, wrong side of the track.
In a red brick city, dirty banks at a river, watch a melancholy summer pole rank on the sinners, while the pious get to leave like thanks for the party. The lurking class throw another chain on a heartbeat, an open window broadcast, dying of a dream. A primal scream, sidewalkers finding it obscene, and he leans out. Mind your business, ain't been a business since the vibe was shifted. In 99 the Oxy shut it all down, all they heads held high, but none of them proud. While a two-party system juggling crowns, they break necks for a paycheck to guzzle around. Then we struggle for the pride, the notion of home in a tenement, setting all our ghosts out to roam. Another close encounter, lost eyes in a glass window, shopping on the wrong side of the tracks.
Wrong side of the tracks, we know. Another song with a violent afterglow. Live and die with the eyes on your back. Everyone is born now, wrong side of the track.
Third verse for the crack in the sidewalk. Made it cross tracks with passionate rhyme talk. It's abracadabra, cadavers in Mylar. The lawyer's got a Sansi, collabs on the sidebar. The nuclear family split like an atom. A new monster in the kitchen. She kissing a kraken, sick of reacting like it's all okay. Fake smile carved on as he swallows pain. In the next unit over, when the train rolls by, she stops cops trying to muffle all the mangled cries. Cause the media taught her that her daughter is doomed. The slaughter is coming soon as the father renews. It's the collapse of the dollar through a concert of apps. A million photos later, can't talk to her past. And the feed bleeds in, keeps her mind from the facts that nothing different on the wrong side of the tracks.
Wrong side of the tracks, we know. Another song with a violent afterglow. Live and die with the eyes on your back. Everyone is born now, wrong side of the track.
That was Wrong Side of the Tracks by Euphonic Aspekt. Coming up next, we have Mangy Mutts by Sankofa, P.O.V, and Tali Rodriguez.
Just a leftover piece of meat turning to maggot feet. A home base of decay, deflated skin, bag of glee. Been around forever. Believe that every crag is deep. Lost inside crevasses with $1,000 bills. Tight ropes I walk between planes. A million college hill here to seem sane, but the surface starts to gather scratches. The fabric tattered and the bag splits. I'm losing steam, trapped inside a lucid dream. A puppet moving, loosened strings. Bruising wings, the fight becomes an afterthought. The lies of vagabonds applied to light tobacco wrong. When the impact is gone, nothing's there but loss. Remains of the day inside a Tupperware to slosh. Dental records with the teeth spelling panic scream. Anxiety climbing the walls. Dissolved in Nazarene, a battered spleen. Leaving deeper bruises, keeps amusement. The doomsday clock biding time for demon use.
The photo on the promo was the logo, you ain't know though. And when we hit the show though, we were very far from solo. The maggots on the tightrope, dropped down with bruised wings. Caused panic when we hung them by the shoestrings. The photo on the promo was the logo, you ain't know though. And when we hit the show though, we were very far from solo. The maggots on the tightrope, dropped down with bruised wings. Caused panic when we hung them by the shoestrings. Beat around the bush, eat the fruit, kill the root. Rock a illa suit on the loop, get a little loot. Spilling liquid on my boot, film the shoot. Chop it up, line it up, transition logo. A little info, black and white, add the hype. I ain't have the right type of knife, but I had the right. In the glass on the midnight train with Gladys Knight. Stumbling, mumbling, baby I was solo. I ain't know though, my memory is held to me. Seldomly helping me out from even selling me. Spell my name wrong at the spelling bee. Jealousy, hateful, shameful, you seen it on the promo. P.O.V, infinite, these idiots illiterate. Illegitimate son of a man with ill intent. Tali Rahs instruments, turn my tongue ignorant. Dissing them, pissing on their grave, take a photo. The photo on the promo was the logo, you ain't know though. And when we hit the show though, we were very far from solo. The maggots on the tightrope, dropped down with bruised wings. Caused panic when we hung them by the shoestrings. The photo on the promo was the logo, you ain't know though. And when we hit the show though, we were very far from solo. The maggots on the tightrope, dropped down with bruised wings. Caused panic when we hung them by the shoestrings.
When Mangy first came in, there were a lot of engineers who said, oh, that shit's not music, I'm not doing that, they're selling insurance now. The same thing with hip-hop, and I think that there has to be a strong thread of humanism that runs through everything you do, because if you don't have that, you're not going to really want to help other people.
That was Mangy Mutts by Sankofa, P.O.V, and Tali Rodriguez. Coming up next, we have Shooter's Point of View by Street the Villain and Traumabeats.
In every hood there's a shooter.
You're dealing with a professional.
You know? You be standing on the rooftop, standing behind a tree. You know what I mean?
Professional. You stick by a code.
You could be behind the wall.
Always play
you could be right next to you. Joe. I took the bull by the horns, a master with the Toro. A legend in the hood, but a savage in the burrows. Got behind the gun so fast they call him Turbo. I in the circle is just a part of the workflow. Tired of running around in the same place like a gerbil. Feel like an Olympian jumping through life's hurdles. Heavy breath before the shot, then the body fall. Hole in his chest the size of a kid's soccer ball. Soviet, I run through the building and throw a mazel tov. So precise, shoot through a bar and knock a bottle off. Cold as ice, never show feeling after the murder. You don't want no beef, you just feel like having a burger. Never on your wave type surfer, I'm silver. Professional, my gun got a silencer with a filter. Only one I never shot at has been familiar. Big said you ain't nobody until I kill you. Look behind the barrel, what I see, it's a different point of view. Shooters P.O.V. There ain't no remorse when you mean. You gotta stick to the code of the P.O.V. Look behind the barrel, what I see, it's a different point of view. Shooters P.O.V. There ain't no remorse when you mean. You gotta stick to the code of the P.O.V. I send shots whistling like a baby bird. I send you a waiter, you get your table served. Your lights get dimmer, you start to fade and blur. Made it worse, wiping your face after your fate occurred. You gotta be somebody for me to hunt. You never with big dogs, you with the runt. I shoot with my eyes open and hit the blunt. Fill a bullet into your stomach right at the end of lunch. You getting a punch, but ain't nobody boxing. Get shot in the public while everybody watching. Can't look for excuses, I only search for options. Gotta clean the trigger off before I do the swapping. The lady was scrambling, trying to grab the baby. The shooter was spotted driving a black Mercedes. They follow me on the highway, I'm going 80. Now I gotta pay the consequence for going crazy. Look behind the barrel, what I see, it's a different point of view. Shooters P.O.V. There ain't no remorse when you mean. You gotta stick to the code of the P.O.V. Look behind the barrel, what I see, it's a different point of view. Shooters P.O.V. There ain't no remorse when you mean. You gotta stick to the code of the P.O.V.
That was Shooter's Point of View by Street the Villain and Traumabeats. Coming up next, we have Audiobox by Dezit and Rahs God.
I have reached the levels that they said could never be reached. I've passed the marks that they said cannot be achieved. But my generation is moving forward. But now, there comes the fear. This one will achieve more than we ever have.
With beats abrasive, the bases flow greatness. Translation on rhythm, take transportation. Know they swiping in the metro like a fun pass. I was busy coaching a team, I'm Mike Dunlap. Fun fact, what's 100 mortals to a silverback? Super black, two-way with a J, called a Supermax. Came from humble beginnings and wasn't cool with that. Hardly want to get to the privilege like an aristocrat. Ballin', I call it, got the walls white like Cooper flag. Caught a wolf pack, mad my dogs went for Scooby snacks. Knowing everything in play had to be exact. Knowing he was sitting on gold, what would you do with that? Trying to keep the money in motion and never Mitchie match. Showing when you stand up and talk that you can prove with facts. Put him on a track with your favorites and he come run a lap. Told me that this life is a bitch, he brought the honey pack.
What's the most you ever lost in a coin toss?
Right.
The most you ever lost in a coin toss.
Ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while that you shouldn't have fucked with? That's me.
Treat the beat like Zazie Beats. First sex scene to get a Golden Globe nominee. Really God of all gods, I'm out here fulfilling prophecies. Treat a homo sapien like a Molly G. Treat your life a lot of weeds. Purify your blood with a poppy seed. Waiting for the sun to rise like poppies be. Rock 30 from the top of the key. May possibly be Steph Curry mixed with Jack Donaghy. Rahs, you off that stardust, yo, you gotta be pulling cables plugged in from the cosmic feed. Live my life with speed and velocity till I got knocked off, obviously. Still in game, just recollecting sonic rings. Used to slay and bug hoes like one of them prancing. Used to catch bodies like necromancy. She sucked me up, knock boots at night, call it restore vamping. Pull up for the check like IRS and A&Rs with sampling.
You gotta say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
That was Audiobox by Dezit and Rahs God. Coming up next, we have Unfinished Business by GoDBoDi.
Psychopathic type of thinking is often overlooked in adults. Here's how you can know if you have any of the symptoms.
I live life like I'm tightrope, no typo. I might just lean too much to the right, fall and turn into a psycho. It's nightfall, I might roll, and full moon I'm a liking. I might just get hyped, too many blunts of that hydro. I write like I'm crazy, but really I'm just medicated. My actions are sporadic and very rarely predicated. Weary while I'm meditating, visions of envy and hatred. Mind like a haunted house that's never been re-renovated. Unfinished business got me contemplating spending life in my jail or leave the country and stay on vacation. I thought therapy would help, but it just brought the anger to the surface. Epidermis, now I got my soul in danger. Hold the anchor, that's the Holy Spirit. Hold him nearest, I don't wanna be a killer no more, and I always fear it. And to my dearest, my mother who knows me all the clearest, I love you forever, so please don't mourn my disappearance. Unfinished business, no witness protection. Any limits can be reached to anybody when you put up on my hit list. When you pull the trigger, that is something that you live with, but never take it personal, cause it was only business. Unfinished business, no witness protection. Any limits can be reached to anybody when you put up on my hit list. When you pull the trigger, that is something that you live with, but never take it personal, cause it was only business. Unfinished business, no witness protection. Any limits can be reached to anybody when you put up on my hit list. When you pull the trigger, that is something that you live with, but never take it personal, cause it was only business. Unfinished business, no witness protection. Any limits can be reached to anybody you put on my hit list. When you pull the trigger, that is something that you live with, but never take it personal, cause it was only business.
That was Unfinished Business by GoDBoDi. Coming up next, we have Voices by Nymbl and Ease.
Speaking up can challenge injustice, promote fairness, and give a voice to those who are voiceless. When individuals use their voice with purpose and integrity, they contribute to a more informed, compassionate, equitable way.
I was raised to use my voice as a vehicle to speak my piece. Freedoms I seek cannot be reached without freedom of speech. Reach for peace of mind when I release the words over the beat. Words travel like javelins to the front of the speaker. My voice infiltrating your dome. Passions and feelings are toned when I'm scripting these poems. Social commentary, feelings of love, the storytelling. When the truth and realism's infused, it's more compelling. Felt compelled as a writer to write the truth. Eat mics when inside of the booth like I'm biting some food. Straight nourishment, growth mindset, catch me flourishing. Scribble verses and choruses, riding higher than horses. When I jockey for position, you don't even want to force my hand. I got next, the type of slaps to get the horses man. Endorsement lands, feels like the earth is in the palm of my hand. My voice got reach like an internet scam. A voice more than vibrating in through the vocal cords. In some places, too loud a voice was a broken law. Many millions are so daily like the golden horn. But the ones that speak loud is her of the potent form. Killing our children and motivating degenerates. You say it's appealing, and my response is generous. When the voice is opposed, I suppose it's uneven right. Our ancestors fought to unite for the right to have a voice. Yo, my rap category is heady rap, cerebral. Your category is pretty whack and deceitful. Lethal in small doses, but it's rapping on the airwaves. Message to move the needle is borderline rarely made. I was raised on the freedom writers of yesteryear. Writers who used to recorded sessions for the better head. Insightful with analysis on the human condition. Injecting takeaways for improving the system. So consumed with a vision of a brighter and a better future. Tailor-made like a seamstress form fitting to suit you. 2 to 5 minutes of time's a window to the soul of vocalists. Reads who in with a spoken word and the flow. I don't take it for granted cause voices voice has power to inspire or mobilize actions of even cowards. Positive or negative, the voice is yours. How you use it for good and bad, your choice is yours. A voice born and vibrating in through the vocal cords. In some places, too loud a voice was a broken law. Many millions are sold daily like the golden arch. But the ones that speak loud is her of the potent form. Killing our children and motivating degenerates. You say it's appealing to my response is generous. When the voice is opposed, I suppose it's uneven right. Our ancestors fought to unite for the right to have a voice. Yeah. Many people without a voice have they spoken for. Authoritarians know it because they wrote the laws, hoping for y'all to stay silent and go with the flow, of course. Blind following the blind is like a Roman corpse. The agendas that's being pushed is not supposed to force compliance without questions from oppositional folks, for sure. Back in the day, opposition would get you out of laws. Not exactly what real democracy is founded on. But beyond the political, the voice is power. The present to speak your mind when situations sour. Era of me too means me and means you. Vessel of disapproval when gestures seem rude. The scream or a cuss, fist turning to a punch. Feel of a microaggression when you have heard enough. The voice, reactionary response to an action. Making your voice count should be a caption. A voice born and vibrating here through the vocal cords. In some places too loud a voice was a broken law. Many millions are sold daily like the golden arch. But the ones that speak loud is her of the potent form. Killing our children and motivating degenerates. You say it's appealing to my response is generous. When the voice is opposed, I suppose it's uneven right. Our ancestors fought to unite for the right to have a voice.
That was Voices by Nymbl, NES. Coming up next, we have Darkness by Gakky, Zaega, 7X the Rapper, and Pilks.
When it's dark out, the coldness intensifies, temperatures drop, temporary as the tempers rise. Exemplified by excessive crimes from getting high to sexual strikes, death and fights, best to ride, weaponized. Cretins thrive, getting lined up with someone to spar with. Threats outside, best disguised by the cover of darkness. Some of the hardest, some of the starchest, suckers are targets, wandering past us, rushing and jumping, they're fucking their budget in others' apartments. Don't get it twisted, where you living can have a problem. Go from the shadows watching, cross into shadow boxing. No parlayers, but vast layers of hard players. No wonder the hard past phrases the dark ages. Throughout all of time, the sun's glorified. Shadows can only form its life from a source of light. Without the dawn in sight, I play to the script and stay with your wits, maneuvering through the shadiest shit.
In the darkness, danger lurks around. Every corner, losing the light can weigh heavy on us, heavy on us.
Gotta be your brother's keeper. The block got a lot to teach you. No one could chocolate, we talking cheddar if we stop to meet you. New job opportunities for my peoples round here. Visitors become opportunities for the streets round here. Second fiddle to the rats, Pied Piper collecting debts. Need vision if you wander in next, snap Professor X. Don't be the middleman, it's not safe on these premises. Cause the code says shoot the messenger to send messages. Raised in this bitch with unsavory clicks. Medicated and sick, got cops raiding the crib. Here the bacon is thick and we don't play with the pigs. Walk a day on my kicks, but don't complain if it fits. Better spray when you spit and blood stain in the sink. The game ain't for the weak and aims for players that slip. Jump a train for the trip, junkies pay for they fix. Jack a rangy and think, this is the shadiest shit.
Light flicker, we creep on the pavement. Read my lips when I speak of the dangers. Fiends by liquor, they reek of the flavour. Each not littered with deceit and it's flagrant. People are strangers, but deep in engagement. The message is clear like beats on a pager. Seeking a tweak, it's a freakish behavior. Life on these streets, no one reaching a savior. Are you keeping your wits when they squeeze in the grip? No speaking of pigs, best be pleading the fifth. It's easy to slip, but if you're meaning to snitch, like a gorilla's chest, you'll get beat with the fist. Crackheads scrap best when they have less. They don't get the point like wearing stab vests. Breaking your crib when they craving effects. When bad meets evil, it's the shadiest shit.
In the darkness, danger lurks around every corner.
That was Darkness by Gakky, Zaega, 7X the Rapper, and Pilks. And that wraps up the show I have for you this evening. Like always, link to tip the host in the description, but right underneath that, we have the link to all the music, so be sure to go add those to your favorite playlist. Until next time, friends, stay safe and stay healthy.